Well, you know, Mean Gene, the first thing you gotta do is tell these people to shut up if they want to hear what I gotta say. Now, tonight is a very, very special night because 25 years ago tonight, brother, was the leg drop that changed the world of wrestling again. Lots of you guys don't know what really happened, man. Yeah, months prior, 25 years ago, a couple of months before this day, brother, there were these two guys coming from up north, and they were returning to the WCW, man. And I knew what was going to happen. I heard the rumblings in the back, the boys in the locker room saying, they got the creative sheets. They got the scripts, dude. And I knew that if things stayed the way they were, brother, that we would see the return of the great and powerful Oz, and he would be joining the Dungeon of Doom, dude. And alongside that would be Big Scott Hall returning with the Magnum PI porn stash, brother. Either that or he would be known as Scott Blade, and he would be the newest member of Blood Runs Cold, man. And he would wrestle Glacier every night. But I saw in these two men from up north, brother, I saw the future of professional wrestling, that we could get together and make this thing bigger than it ever was, dude. So, I went up to the Death Star, and Emperor Palpatine got in my head, man, and said, Hulkster, brother, if you're gonna go with this thing, man, you gotta turn to the dark side. You gotta become a Sith Lord, and you've gotta embrace the soul and spirit of Darth Plagueis, of Darth Maul, and Darth Sidious, dude. And even though I knew it would be a big risk having a lethal dose of poison affect what used to be the conduits, what used to be the highways and byways up my pythons filled with the training, the prayers and the vitamins, man. I knew I had to make the ultimate sacrifice and leap in the darkness if I wanted to make wrestling, if I wanted to innovate wrestling once again in the 90s, man. So, I took the big man. I took the somewhat smaller man, the medium-sized man, and I said, man, let's band together. Let's shock the world. Let's form something that people will remember 25, 50, 100 years from today, dude. And so, when I stepped out on that beach, man, no one knew whose side I was on. And then it was like parting the ocean and me walking on water, dude. Then when I dropped that leg on the Macho Man, when I saw the trash upon trash thrown at me and my amigos, amigo, I knew that we had something there, man. That I had to face the slings and the arrows of the crowd. But I knew I had to do that to make wrestling, to make this whole thing live forever and a day, dude. And it all paid off, brother. Because everyone remembers these 3 letters. And they will remember it for life, man. And through all the memorable matches, I wrestled big, nasty, stinky giants. I got my win back from the Warrior, brother. And Jack, I made Macho Man. I made Macho Man my big jobber, man. We saddled up the horseman. I stung Sting, who was not, and I was every night with Stinger, man. I was the better man, and I was just too strong, just too powerful, and just too tan, man. Flexi Lexi, DDP, who has the big diamond down there. Karl Malone, Rod the Bod, and who else? The list goes on and on, brother. They all went down to Hollywood's feet in defeat, dude. And that's why I could come back here 25 years later, man. And we have all the accolades, all the fame. We're Hall of Fame members 2 times over, dude. And that's why we are for life. And that's why we are just too sweet, brother. So to all my NWOites who still remember the day, I just want to say, what are you going to do when the NWO, when the NWO Hollywood, NWO Wolfpack, NWO 2000, the band, the Kings of Wrestling, NWO in the WWE, what are you going to do when we all run wild on you, dude?